I'd like to welcome everyone here to umusic.ca. We've got two members of AFI. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Davey Havoc.
I'm Jade.
Now I want to talk about the new album, Sing the Sorrow. How long were you in the studio for this?
We were in for 5 months.
5 months. Was this unusual for you? Do you usually do things a lot quicker than this?
Yes. Yes, we do. It's the longest we've ever spent. As long as we've spent writing, as long as we've spent recording, the whole process was a lot longer than we've ever taken before. But it was really nice because we were afforded more time than we had ever been given before, which really resulted in us being able to reach a place with the end product that we've never really been able to achieve before, sort of level of satisfaction on our part.
So you brought in Butch Vig and Jerry Finn. How was it working with them, and why did you bring them in? Because you guys are usually like a do-it-yourself type band, usually produce everything yourself, so why bring in the new guys?
Yeah, we, as you said, we were used to producing our records ourselves. For the most part, all of our records up until this point have been produced on our own. But we really were interested in having that sort of outside creative input when you're so close to a project. It's nice to have an outsider whose opinion you respect come in and to enhance what you're doing. We, however, were very particular in who we wanted to be that outsider. We wanted someone who we respected. And Butch Vig and Jerry Finn were two of those people. It's very obvious as to why their skills and their expertise and their history really speaks for them. So it was really a great experience working with Jerry and Butch. It was great.
There actually was a producer on Art of Drowning. It just didn't really end up being a very good experience. So we were kind of reticent, I think, but the fact that, these guys are the two in the top echelon of producers out there, so really we just figured everything on this album's different. We wanted to do everything to the best of our ability, and I think this was just another aspect of that.
I just want to ask you guys, do you guys prefer recording in the studio, or do you prefer playing live? And why?
I definitely prefer playing live. It's really nice to get the end result of the recording, but I love to perform. It's one of the greatest things in the world to be able to play a different city every night, and to go out there and have the crowd singing along. Yeah, that's it.
Really, that recording live isn't necessarily something that you look forward to doing. What you look forward to doing is getting your music on tape, thereby enabling you to go out and play it. So recording is more work, and playing is the enjoyment of being in a band.
Now, I want to talk to you about your fans, you in particular, Davey, because you actually have a website called the Church of Havoc. And I'm just going to read a quote from this. There is only one truth, Havoc's truth. We shall all be straight edge. We shall all be vegans. Our whole life is a dark room, one big dark room. And beyond and to all time we stand. We are wakeful, wry, and watchful. We're awaiting. We are the ones who have a fire inside. We are the only ones we can recognize. Through our bleeding, we are one. Everything Davey Havoc has ever written needs to be taken seriously and literally. These are some pretty heavy words and some pretty heavy statements. How does this affect you?
I love my children very much, wholly, and I think that and many other examples, that you could draw from, not from such extreme ends as the church, is just kind of an indication that I think people gravitate toward us on that level because there's an honesty in our music, and there's emotion that's in our music that is very real, that appeals to a certain group of people who may not have that sort of honesty and have that emotion in other facets of their lives. I think that if people can find that sort of comfort in us, I think it's really a wonderful thing. And for me, my words that I write are just my feelings. It is myself, and I really couldn't do anything other than what I do. And in expressing who I am and having people appreciate that, I really find it just an amazing satisfaction. Isn't even in the word. It's just so is so surreal and wonderful that people can appreciate what we do to that level. It's cool.
Do you think that will ever go away? Like that feeling of like awe and appreciation for your fans? Do you think you'll ever get used to it?
I don't think so. It hasn't. Over the years, it always strikes me. It touches me very deeply. Like I just the other night, I mean, I had a few kids who came up to me and explained to me that, you know, somehow our songs and my words have saved their lives, and that they wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for us. And that's